The Lord is slow to anger and great in power. The Lord will not leave the guilty unpunished. The book of Nahum starts by describing God as taking vengeance and being filled with wrath. But yet, we are reminded that God is slow to anger. The oracle describes God's anger against Nineveh and the falling judgment of Nineveh due to their cruelty. This was not a one-time act on the part of Nineveh. This was a constant and continuous way of life that was focused around cruelty. Nahum ends with the complete destruction of Nineveh. The book opens with descriptions about God's power. The mountains quake before him. The hills melt away. The earth trembles at his presence. The world and all who live in it. This power is used to protect the righteous and tear down the unrighteous. We see here that the power of God can be good news or bad news, depending on the way that one is living. Nahum describes God using words like jealous and avenging. This description paints God as one who fights against injustice and who defends those who cry out to God. This provides hope for the faithful. The Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble. He cares for those who trust in him, but with an overwhelming flood, he will make an end of Nineveh. He will pursue his foes into darkness. Nahum focuses on Nineveh's cruelty. In fact, Nahum's last words about Nineveh say, "For who has not felt your endless cruelty?" It is this cruelty that brings about not just an overthrow of Nineveh, but a complete destruction of the city. Cruelty is in direct opposition to the righteous ways of God, ways that are full of grace and compassion and mercy. God will bring Nineveh's endless cruelty to an end. The words of Nahum invite the church into hope and self-examination. If you are oppressed, Nahum shows you hope that oppression does not last forever. God will eventually humble the oppressors. God's righteous ways will always reign in the end. If you do not find yourself oppressed, then you are invited to look into your own way of living. Are you using your freedom and power to oppress others? Or are you using your freedom and power to free others from oppression? Are you choosing to oppose God? Or are you choosing to walk with God?